Can you actually increase your conversion rate if it's stuck at 2% on a niche health product? Or are you just chasing something that will never happen? Well, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can. I have seen it many times, but I'm not here to lie to you and tell you that it's going to necessarily be easy. There is elbow grease that's going to go into this, and it's going to take work, but it's absolutely possible and you can do it. I see it all the time. So if you give me around 8 minutes, I'm going to show you where to look when cold traffic isn't converting and how you can work on fixing it. That way your team stops guessing and they start making real progress. So if you don't know me, my name is Cody Smith. I'm an e-commerce cold traffic strategist and conversion copywriter for 7 to 8 figure D2C health and wellness brands. And I have been selling to cold traffic now for nearly 8 years. And I blend copywriting with CRO. That way everything ties back to ROI. And that's why every one of my videos gives you strategies and tactics that your team can test today to start doubling your cold traffic conversions fast. Now, I'm going to share a concept with you that will show you where most people go wrong when they're trying to increase their conversion rate. So I learned this concept from Joanna Wiebe from Copyhackers. When we are looking to increase conversions on something, we always want to look at these 3 elements. And those are new, do you need better, or more? That's the question. Now, what ends up happening is everyone gets stuck here in new, right? Because they are obsessed with new. Most teams are stuck here and they have trouble scaling because they're always scrapping things. They're not really learning from what hasn't or what's worked or what isn't working. And they're constantly just building new, right? But where people tend to struggle is with better. And mostly because they don't know where to look to know if they need better or if they need new. That's what we're going to talk about today, okay? So there's really 2 different strategies teams take when they're trying to fix a low conversion rate. And the first one is strategy A. This is where most teams live, right? And what they're doing is they are in the mindset of rebuild everything, right? So let's draw a little triangle here. So this is your funnel, right? And what they're doing is they're throwing in, let's try some new creative, right? How about some new angles? Let's try new angles. Maybe what we need is to rebuild the page. Or hell, maybe we just need to burn it all down and rebuild the funnel, right? That is the most common way that people approach low conversion rates, right? But what does that do? Well, obviously, we're making decisions based off of panic. So people are panicking, and that's why they want to throw everything at the wall, right? They're emotional, they're reactive, and this is what I like to call expensive guesswork because they're lacking data-driven decisions and they're just making decisions based purely off of emotion. And it's causing no real budge in your conversion rates, right? So what is the result of that? Well, the result of that is wasted ad spend, right? Wasted budget, not just ad spend, but your marketing budget in general. Then we have strategy B, right? With strategy B, we have top teams. And what I mean by that is they are finding and fixing gaps, right? So let's take that same funnel. We're going to show what they are doing differently. So instead of panicking, creating new ad angles, new creatives, new pages, new funnels, acting emotionally, instead of doing all of that, they are taking a magnifying glass and they're going, all right, let's look at what's not working. So I'm going to shine a magnifying glass here and I'm going to look for how well is my page resonating with the reader, right? I'm going to take another magnifying glass and I'm going to look over here and I'm going to say, is there a clear idea, flow, on the page? How is the customer journey on the page? Is everything making sense, right? For the reader on the page. I'm going to look here and I'm going to say, okay, maybe our proof isn't landing. How well is our proof landing with the specific reader? Or they're going to take that magnifying glass and they're going to look and say, well, how well are we shifting beliefs? Now, this one's super non-negotiable, right? We have to know how well we're shifting beliefs if we want to convert cold traffic. There's non-negotiable. And then they might go, okay, I'm going to shine a magnifying glass here, and I'm going to say, how well is our CTA driving action, right? Because we know that even if somebody has a problem, they still resist change. So we have to help them take that action and say, yes, I'm going to purchase this thing, or else they're just going to sit there in inertia and not do anything. So how well is our CTA driving action? And as a result, to taking that magnifying glass and putting everything under it, what are they actually doing? Well, they are decreasing their wasted budget, right? They're decreasing wasted budget, they're decreasing their wasted ad spend, and they're learning how to increase their conversions from real data instead of just guessing. So, how does your team start finding and fixing gaps like these? Well, I built a 5-point messaging audit template that helps you spot these exact gaps and more. So, we break down all 5 points in depth and show you specific things to look for so that there's absolutely no confusion on what you should even be looking at. And I even created a 17-minute tutorial that walks you through a live audit to help your team or whoever is auditing this put this into practice. So it's 100% free. I'm not even going to ask you for your credentials, your email, nothing like that. Literally, this is my gift to you for watching this video. And all I hope is that I have helped another brand increase their cold traffic conversions and stop wasting so much budget when that doesn't even have to happen. So if you want this resource, just drop a 5 in the comments and I'll just give it to you.